Hi everybody. Welcome to a rainy Thursday night in Pennsylvania. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes. I got on about probably 30 seconds too soon. So I hope everybody's doing well. Tonight we're going to be creating a brag book. I don't know if they even call it that anymore, but I know when my children were younger, we used to call them brag books. And I had one, and I would keep it in my purse, and it would hold, photographs of the family. So this is going to be my version of a brag book that you can put in your purse or do whatever, or as a keepsake. And I am using elements from the Boho Indigo product medley. It's in the annual catalog that will be leaving us shortly. Now, I don't see any comments again, so I don't know why I'm not seeing comments. So let me just open up my other iPad. But before we get started, I just wanted to make an announcement. I don't know if you've seen in the group, but at the top of the page, I am hosting a mystery card event. It is free. I will be creating a card that I have not created before, so it's not something that you've seen. It's going to be on April 3rd at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. It'll be about an hour long. I will be giving away prizes, and one of the prizes, one way that you can win is to share the event. This way we can get more people in. We'll have a lot of fun. And I'm just logging in to see if I can see my comments. This is the second week that this has happened. So let me just get here so I can watch the comments. I don't know why it won't show my comments each week. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Do. Okay, so I don't see my comments here, so hopefully I can keep up with them on my iPad. And the other thing is, if you spend $25 before midnight on Monday, you will receive a swag bag. I sent out quite a few last week. You'll get 24 sheets of designer series paper, and it may not necessarily be this paper, but it will be 24 sheets of 6x6. You'll get a stamping spot, a dozen paper flowers, a craft eraser, 3 feet of ribbon, and some foam tape. And that'll come in the mail from me. So let's get started on tonight's project. Hey Ruth, how are you? Like I said, I don't see my comments over here on the side for some reason. I don't know why this happens all the time, but I don't see them. I'm going to have to figure that out. So here is my brag book. I use the Boho Indigo product medley, and this is the ribbon that comes in the medley, which is really beautiful. And the elements, the flower is gold, it's reflecting off the light, and the leaf and the little tag, they're all from the product medley. So when you open this up, what actually is inside. I have it fastened with a Velcro dot, but you open it up and it has pockets where you can insert your photos just like this. Each one of each one is a pocket, and I did leave this plain. And then for the center, you can put a photo right here in the center, and then it opens up and you can add photos to the inside. So it's a really cute project, pretty different. I haven't really seen any around. I searched all week looking for a cute little project that you can actually make. It works. I did use, like, it does come in 6x6 sheets. In making this, it would be great for 12x12 designer series paper that you have. You know, like if it's old or you have it laying around, you don't want to chop it up, a 12x12 sheet is perfect for this project. And then you just fold it up and then put the band on it. So let's get started. I'll have the directions for this in the room tomorrow. So I'm going to start out with the Misty Moonlight, and this is a 12x12 sheet. And I just want to pull my ruler for a second because I want to make sure this one is 4. I have it scored already, but I just want to make sure 3.5 by 3. Okay. I will have a diagram. I have actually, I'll show you, I have my little cheat sheet right here. Here's the diagram to score and cut the 12x12 sheet. So that's why I wanted to measure to make sure what I was doing. So I scored it at 3.5 and 8.5. And then I scored it at 3, oh, this way, at 3 and 8. So we're going to just fold and burnish all our score lines. And you'll understand why I want it sitting in the right direction in just 1 second. So let's see. So this is the 3, and this is the 3.5. So now that we have it all folded, 4 by 3.5. Okay. This corner right here, we are going to remove. Now when I'm cutting this out, I'm cutting it so the bump from the score line I'm also cutting out. And the reason being is when you fold this all up, you'll see right here how I didn't cut it all the way off and it folded up a little bit. You want to make sure you completely cut the little bump out and cut it as straight as you can. But you want to make sure that you really get it so that bump disappears. Just get that little piece. Okay. Put that over there. So now we have the corner cut out. We're going to head over to this corner here. Let me just turn this off. The light seems really bright. We're going to go to this corner here. And this corner we're actually going to cut down this score line And again, I'm going to completely cut that bump out as if we're giving it a little wedge cut. But I want to make sure that when we fold it, we don't ruin the edges. So now we have this little box here. Now we're going to head down to this square, and we're going to cut up on this corner on this score line, and again we're going to cut the bump right out. It's nice that it's all one piece. That's why, like I said, if you have designer series paper that you're looking to get rid of, it is the perfect project. So now we're going to head over to this corner, and what we're going to do, and I'm going to use my ruler just so I can get a pretty straight line. I'm going to just grab my stylus from my scoreboard, and we're just going to line the ruler up corner to corner. Corner where the score lines meet, and the corner of the 12 by 12, and I'm just going to run a line down. This way it gives me an idea. So my edges and my triangles now are going to be even. So we're just going to cut right up that line that I just added to this square, right to the corner. So now we have our 12 by 12, and it's all cut out. And what'll happen is this piece that we cut is going to fold up and be a pouch. This corner that we cut is going to fold up and be a pouch. And then this corner here where we cut the triangle are going to be folded up, and that's going to become our pouch. So let's get to the outside first. I actually, like I said, I did use the boho, but I also used peony. This one I did a little different, thinking that I could use it, you know, for a male. And I just want to make sure I guess we're making another puzzle again tonight. So we're going to fit all our pieces. I think we did a puzzle last week too, didn't we? Don't need that one. This one goes here. This one I'm going to cut in half. And then I should have one more piece. There it is. Okay, so this is going to be the outside of the brag book. Hey, Do. It won't let you come. Huh, really? Okay, let me see. All right, now try. Try now. Okay, so let's just head over to the one that we have to cut. And what I'm going to do is, right now, I'm just going to grab my cutter, and we're going to line this up so each of the opposite corners is even with the cutter, so I can get this exactly in half. Whoops. Just want to make sure we get this right. So now we have two triangles. Okay, so let's glue this together. I could have probably, even this side, I could have used this side, which is really pretty. It would go with the gray, huh? What do you think? The gray or the blue? This is going to be the inside. What do you think? The gray or the blue? This is going to be the inside. And this is the opposite side of... Okay. I don't know. Something is going on. Okay, try now. So I'll give you a minute. Like I said, this is going to be the inside. Try posting a quick comment now. The gray, this one. And then this on the inside. Okay. We'll do the blue. I didn't even realize this was gray on one side. So all we're going to do is lay these pieces. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the comments aren't working on my computer. So I'm watching your comments on my iPad. Okay. So all I'm doing is fitting all these lovely, whoops, puzzle pieces together again. And I'm just making sure, as I'm looking at it, that my cardstock is lining up. We don't really have a pattern that we have to worry about. Yeah, and like I said, for the mystery class, I found a really great card. Well, I didn't. I should say my friend Nan, she found it and sent it to me. So I figured I was going to do it for my live tonight. But then I decided, let's do a fun class. And I'll give you all the measurements. And you pick out your paper. And I'll give you all the measurements and what, you know, if you need to cut DSP or cardstock. And we can create the card together. And then whoever posts a card that they created during the event, I'll put your name in for another prize. We'll all have the same measurements, the same design of card, but where we'll all be using different product, different colors, different DSP. We'll all have different looking cards. And I think it'll be fun. Just spend some time away from our busy, hectic day and craft for a little while. Okay. So, I'm off the page a little bit. So we're just going to line this up. And there we have the outside of our brag book. So now we're going to turn it around. And we're going to do the same thing to the inside. Me and my puzzles. One of these days. Now this one does have a pattern. So all we will really have to worry about is our lines. As you can, I don't know if you can see, it does have lines up and down. So we'll have to watch that a little bit. And there should be one more sheet. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, so we don't need this one because we're going to fold this up. And we don't need that one because we're going to fold this up. And we don't need this one because we're going to fold this up. Then for the inside, I use Seaside Spray. And this is 9 by 4 3/4. And it's scored at 4 1/2. That's going to be our center. And then I cut 3 Misty Moonlight squares. And as you can see, I rounded the corners. I have to round the corner on this one. And these are 4 3/8 by 4 1/2. So let's just get our corner round. We're just going to round off these corners. Okay. Now I wanted to tell you that if you wanted, and I didn't do this on the one originally I made, but this look, other than actually it could, this could be for a guy. If you wanted to, this is an old punch that I had, but it's a little bit more masculine. Add something to the edges. You would have to trim it so it would be, squared off, but you could always add an edge. I didn't want to add too much. And or if you wanted to use it for, a girl, you could always put a decorative edge on it just to make it a little bit more fancy on the inside. So you can embellish the inside, but you do have to remember that it has to close. So we're just going to glue these pieces in place. Yeah, I think this is a really great way to use up your designer series paper. I know we all have designer series paper in our stash from catalogs from many years ago. I still have a full brand new pack of that Peacock when the Peacock came out. I think that was not this catalog. I think it was 2 catalogs ago. And I love the paper so much that it's still in the package, brand new package. So we all have designer series paper. And I think maybe we're going to do a love it, chop it type of thing. Because this is a project where 1 sheet of designer series paper for the outside, 1 sheet for the inside, and it makes a really cute gift. Is that you want to keep in your purse. Okay, so do we have them all now? Yes, we do. And then we're just going to stick this one in the middle. Make sure it lines up. Like I said, this one is plain, but you could always And let's see. So now we're just going to put this together. This is like a quick little photo album in the center. And again, you could embellish this. You could adhere your photo. And depending on what it is, you can put little tags or stamp little images, or, you know, if it's for a woman or it's a granddaughter, you could fussy cut a flower out of some DSP and add it to the corner. I wouldn't do like embellishments because they're so thick. A little boy, you could put, you know, little animals to decorate the photos itself. That would be perfect. If I can get a printout, you know, if you have pictures to print out, it's the perfect little album. So we're just adhering these. And the only reason I added an extra layer was so it didn't look so plain. But like I said, you could always cut something out, like where I have the leaf on the front. If you were to put a photo, and I don't even have a photo in here. Oh, yes, I do. Let's see. Here's an image that I colored. So, say this was our photo. We could always add just something to the corner to dress up the photo itself. And, I mean, that's what you could do. Same thing with the pockets. You could always just slip your photos right into the pockets. That little girl, yeah. Okay, so now all we're going to do is add some glue. And glue this to the center. Okay, so now for the pockets, I this one is, what is this one? The 1/4 inch, I believe. Yes, I do have the 1/4 inch tear and tape in my stash, and you can see it's so old, it's falling apart. This one, I believe, is 1/8 of an inch. It is. This one is 1/8 of an inch. And this is what I chose. You could use glue. I just thought it was quick and easy to use tear and tape. So for this flap that's going to come up, we're just going to, let's see, this tear and tape is so old. I think I've had it for years. So don't mind the mess it looks. But we're just going to add a strip as close as to the edge as you can get. Let me just grab my other scissors. I don't like cutting my tape with my good scissors. And then I'm just going to grab this one here. So we're just going to run it up the edge. And what I'm going to do is, before I do the next section, let's just close this up. So just make sure your tape is nice and secure. And then we're going to pull our paper and fold it up. So there's our one pocket. So you can see you can slip anything in that you want. Now for these, our little triangles, let me get rid of this here, hold on, there we go. It's going to keep unraveling, there we go. Okay, we're just going to add it to the edge. And I probably could have gotten a little closer. Take off our paper and fold it up. And then we're going to do the same thing to this one. You want to make sure that you add the tearing tape to the outside edge, because again, you want this to be a pocket. So we're just going to trim this off. And fold it up. And then we have one more. And we're going to do this right to the edge. And one more. Just like that. One and two. Okay, just fold it up. And then there you go. Now I did, just so I had something to put in, I just made quick little plain tags just so you could see that you have, you know, the little pockets. And then it would fold in left to right, bottom, and then the top down, just like that. Now what I did, I actually used a Velcro dot to keep it closed. And these, like, you get in the sewing store, I'm sure everybody knows. In the sewing department, that's where I got them. So we're just going to fold this over, making sure it's secure. I'm just going to add my dot to the inside. And I'm probably off the camera. And then we're just going to close this up. Alright, I see one little piece of paper here. We got to get that fixed. So let me grab a piece of trash. I noticed it when I was folding it up. So all we're going to do is take our glue. If you ever see a piece of cardstock sticking up just like that, just put your glue on a piece of paper, stick it underneath, and pull it out. Give it a couple minutes. I think I got to do my corner too. This way you don't have to try to pull it apart. It just gets some glue under there. See, I didn't do the glue all the way to the edge. Now, as you can see, it's so fat. That's why I actually added a ribbon. And I tied it, as you can see, I have my ribbon sticking out here. but I tied it so you could slip it over the edge, and it takes just a little bit of nudging, but once it's on and you pull it up, and I should open it and tuck that in, but let's see. Yeah, let's see if I can tuck it in. There we go. This way your ribbon hides that edge. I mean, it does have to have an edge. You could always put on decorative little buttons with a string. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bow, but I thought the bow really did nice. You could put 2 buttons and do that where you swirl it and do the figure 8, but I like the ribbon. It looked really pretty. So then all we're going to do is, this is an element from the Boho Indigo medley. I'm just going to add some glue, just like that. The flower, it's also from the Boho Indigo set. Grabbed one of the labels from the Boho Indigo. And I'm using Misty Moonlight. And the stamp, the Always, I got it from the Lovely You. I've never even used this stamp set before. But it has really pretty font for the sentiments. So I just pulled out Always, and what I'm going to do is, so I don't mess this up, because I did this afternoon, I'm using my straight. I have a shadow. Let's see how that looks. Okay, it's a little funky. I don't know if I have another one. That's exactly what I did this afternoon. It was a little bit off because I have the shadow on the lines. See, this is the one I did this afternoon. And then I ended up using the stamp pad, but right now there's such a glare. So I'm going to just pull it towards me a little bit, maybe getting rid of the glare a little bit. There we go. See? And all I'm going to do is trim this down, add a little glue just to the edge, get rid of the garbage, and we're just going to tuck this under, just like that. Then I use the pastel pearls in the light, I guess it's like a bluish color, and I I'm just going to add one to the top corners and call it a day. So it's a nice, yeah, it doesn't look too bad, right? Oh, you're having storms. The storms. Where are you, Kathleen? If you can hear me. We've been watching the weather with Texas and, the southeast part of the United States. It's been terrible. It's funny. I have my iPad on and I have my computer going at the same time, and it is way off. So here's tonight's project. I really do hope you like it. Like I said, I will have the project sheet in the room tomorrow. It probably won't be there until probably noon. I have to go grocery shopping. Thanks, Stu. Mama do. And I will, like I said, with the mystery class, please share the event. I think we'll have a good time. I'll have a lot of things to be giving away, and depending on how many people we have, I think we'll have a good time. So share it. I'd love to see you there. And it is April 3rd at 2 o'clock. Thanks, Ruth. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and if you're in the line of storms, everybody stay safe. I love spending Thursday nights with everybody. And I'm going to clean up my mess and relax because, like I said, I have grocery shopping to do tomorrow, and I have to start cleaning my house again. So have a great night. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around. Don't forget about the swag bag using this host code, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.